Wall Street Pete, Sicto in crypto. How's everybody going? You hit the like, you hit the subscribe. We go over Bitcoin news, live technical analysis for you. How is everybody doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. It is hot as hell outside. One second. Just making sure the live is on. We're good now. Okay. How is everybody doing? I was saying it's really hot out. I want to make sure my lives are always running and good. Very important for you. We come live and we think it's very necessary. Internet, crypto adoption. I believe that we are starting to headway towards the same level, the same exact formation. People did not believe at first, started to jump on the wagon, and before you know it, the internet was something very, very important. Big news, as I say, I believe in this big time. Crypto adoption grows, likely to reach 1 billion users by 2022, reports, claims, which I think is pretty outstanding. Crypto is growing. You can't go anywhere right now without seeing either a Bitcoin sign, anything for that matter. Seriously, even on the NBA, I see NBA crypto logos all over the place. And you know what's wild? I'm waiting to see what the NFL might do. We know the soccer teams do that. We know things of that. But in terms of adoption, the crypto industry is still early, and that's what I'm trying to explain to you right now. The report claims only 0.3% of individual wealth has been injected into digital assets. Whoa. In contrast with 25% of individual wealth invested in traditional assets such as equities, the report stated. That's actually pretty bizarre. If you think about that number, only 3%. But not going to bore you with the rest of the article. I do want to talk about the total crypto market cap. Right now, currently, I said we should jump back up to the 1.07, and here we are at the 1.05 now, down just a tiny bit from where we were this morning. And if you look at this chart, I was looking at the moving average, 200 moving average. The weekly. If you pay attention to this is Bitcoin. This is the weekly. And the 200 moving average right here, we are just finding resistance and just settling above. It's been a couple of weeks here, if you notice, under it. And it's probably the only time Bitcoin from this chart, from the Binance chart, the platform here, it gives us only a way to the 17. So that's all we have. But my point being is looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good for perhaps maybe being on the bottom. I do like the way this looks. If you are watching, you hit the like, you hit the subscribe, right? We talk about it all the time. We're going to go over one altcoin for you. So if you would like, Phil, you're the first one in here. If you're the first one to chat, what token would you like to go over? The first person in the super chat or in the chat at all says we're going to talk about it. So this is slope that we've been doing right now, right? This is the 4-hourly. This is the infamous chart that I've been talking about that we established and we created as time went through. Currently building support above the top of our resistance now, right? That is a prime example of support flipping into resistance, right? Just like how that happens, that's a very bullish sign. Now, what I want to find out, how long we're going to do this for. I don't think we're going to do this too long, as my Bollinger Bands are getting tight here. And if you pay attention, we're waiting for some time here, July 25th. If you ask me, that's the end of this weekend. So if the Bollinger Bands are getting tighter, and you may be able to establish that and find out every time, right? Wall Street Pete is correct about this. Every time I get my Bollinger Bands a little tighter here, the top red and the bottom green here, moving averages coming in, I get a price action. We're going to get a breakout. It's a matter of time. When I think it's going to happen, I think July 24th to 25th, or the end of till next week, we're going to get this breakout. I believe we're going to test 26,000. But if you pay attention to what's happening, I'm going to get rid of the indicator so we can really see what the hell's going on. Pay attention to this move. Pay attention to what is happening. Like I said, I believe this is possible. We're going to sit here and maybe juggle around because this is taking time. Find this support if we do, or test 21.5 one more time. I'm not sure if that can happen. I don't think we'll be bullish if that does happen. So I do believe we have to stay above this support line, creating what we're doing on this slope. And then eventually we're going to break out to the upside here and test. So I'm going to leave this alone for you so you can understand what I'm saying. What I do believe can happen. Get this out of the way. And what token does anybody want to go over? Crow. That's a good one. I'm in the sidelines at the moment. Yeah, the sidelines suck. And I know what that's like, but that's okay because you will be patient and you will find your entry and you will be happy as AF. So it does suck, but you know what? There's a reason for it, for you being on the sidelines. You made your money, you got out, intelligent. I already know. You did. You follow me. You make very good moves. You're not going to be silly and do stupid stuff. You hit the like and subscribe, right? None of this is financial advice, of course. We're going to go right to Crow. This is what we do. If you hit the bell and the all notification, you chat with Wall Street Pete, and he'll do some breakdowns. Like I said, it's not something I'm telling you what to do here. But what I'm saying is this is very important moves on technical analysis that we must pay attention to. I'm removing the drawings. It's been a very, very long time. What's up? We got Underground in the house. What's going on? Mia is in the house. She wants to talk about, I believe it's Crow. She wants to talk about Crow, and I don't blame her. This is what scares the living bejesus out of me. A lot of people have made some money, okay? Well, this is scary as AF. I'm not too happy about this right now. Double top formation forming on Crow. The first thing I have noticed, the very, very first thing I see here. Very, very bearish. What I do see coming through is every single time you see this up and down volatile waves, what is happening is we're hitting right into the range of the 70 and the 30 RSI level. It's pretty perfect, actually. 12 cents coming without a freaking doubt, Cub Scout. Mia, you're on top of your game. You're doing something. You're watching someone, or you got your own TA that you're on point. But yes, we are retracing. If you pay attention, definitely to mention here, double top formation pattern. What do we call this? This is double bottom M that could occur. So please pay attention to that. It's not specific or perfect. But if you do see what I'm doing here, and this is Crow because she mentioned it and asked, double bottom M pattern. So let's get rid of it all. Let's see where we're going. Let's do some indicators. Let's stop fooling around, right? Let's find out what we may get here. We got the volume on the bottom. We did the relative strength. Let's see if we get the Bollinger Bands coming in, telling us if there's a breakout coming to the downside, because we can get that. Building support on the top of the exponential moving average here on the 4-hourly. I love the 4-hourly. It tells me a lot of information. Band getting tight. What I see here, this could be boring sideways action. See, this chart showing me something a little opposite. I'm not happy with that, so I'm going to get rid of the indicator, and we're going to do a Fibonacci sequence here because we are clearly getting some downward momentum. What happens here is you can't fall below the 1279. So you're looking for that right now off the rip. That is literally your last bottom resistance. And if you see that right there, a few times, we tried to touch one here. And if you see right there, some from the 28th of June. And then we did that on the 7th. So you're looking about 10 days apart. We were touching it. And then what happened? So let's see, 17th. What happened? We had to come close to it on the 17th. And then there you go. Another 10 days. This pattern is pretty strong on crypto. This is Crow if anyone was interested. So basically every 10 days you're getting a nice move, right? So another 10 days, the 27th would be somewhere up here if I were to guess. And that's about where we didn't get yet. Excuse me. That's crazy. So the 27th, every 10 days, this chart sideways boring action is coming. So believe it or not, as bearish as it may sound, this could be your bottom. That could be it. I don't really see too much more coming down from that price. Looking at this, and I'm not saying it's impossible. There's always something possible. We get something here, and we're going to look right about there. Pull this fib out. And usually, there you go. We're in the golden pocket right here. So this is Crypto.com, Crow. The golden pocket is usually right dead smack, 32.8, 50% is possible. So what I believe here is where you're going to find is 12.5 cents or up. So you're looking at those two levels right there. Those are your two most important. It's very possible. It's very, very possible. Remember, the weekend's coming and Sunday is going to be here. What happens every Sunday? We fall, right? Pretty much. I mean, if you haven't been watching that or noticing that, then you don't even know what the hell the crypto space is doing. Gary, welcome to the action. Mia has requested, and she beat you guys to this here. So what will happen, and what may very well happen, is that what's going to happen is the FOMO in and the FOMO out is just as real. But if you look at this move, right, where we came from, this is the cool part. How much money did we make? Because this is what the whales did. Nobody gives a shit about where it's going right now, but where they just collected their money. They made 27.5% on their money. So you understand that? They got in this is support. Support all day long at 11 cents. I do not believe we touch 11 cents again. But in the futuristic, I would say in the next 10 to 20 years, this coin is going to be worth $20, $30, $100. I'm talking 10, 20 years from now, something crazy. I may not even be here, for Christ's sake, for that long. But point being is that I do believe that this hangs over the Lakers Stadium. in LA, it's going to be enough said and enough seen. So what we're coming through here are these two levels. Pay attention to them. Like I said, none of it's financial advice. Do your own research. If we get a bounce to this, and we break the double bottom end pattern, which could be something similar to that, and then I think that may happen, and then we're back up. Inverted head and shoulders pattern. That would be your inverted head coming in. So we're looking for that right now. Currently seeing what's happening. We need the double bottom end pattern to break out of this because it's currently creating one. We hope and we wish for 38.2 pullback to be the finished product, but it doesn't look like it is. So that's why I'm racing that, because that is already over and done with. And matter of fact, I'm taking the line out as well. And that's what you're left with. So pay attention definitely to that. That's very important. I would hope that perhaps, and this could be another occurrence and another opportunity, which is why you feel like the weatherman coming right into here and then into the bottom of the golden pocket. Don't stop. Right till about where we said, right? We don't even go there, and then you got an upward W. So pay attention to that. These are real scenarios in the crypto space. I believe in them very big. I'm a very big believer in these kinds of things, and this is kind of what happens. So pay attention. We're all in the golden pocket, as I told you. Fibonacci sequence usually get a nice, beautiful bounce in there. So keep that in mind. Keep that paying attention. I'll do one more because we do have people live here. What's up, Selner? What's up, Gary? One more if somebody wants to do an altcoin. Where do you think we're heading right now? What's your thoughts? Because I'll tell you right now, if Crow does what everyone is hoping for, oh boy, there's going to be a price somewhere around the 1630. So 16 and a third. If you really want to get serious, this cup and handle that could be coming. And this is in the next couple of weeks when Bitcoin's trading maybe 40K. Yeah, I said that. Even 30,000 at this point. This matches and correlates up to the 30,000 Bitcoin. And what the hell am I talking about, right? What do you mean 30K, 40K Bitcoin? Yeah, I know. This may surprise a lot of people, and that's what the title was about. But I believe there's a good chance, even looking through all of this, and I'm going over to Bitcoin as you tell me what token you may want to go over. If you pay attention to this and you look at this chart, once we start rising above these old levels, this is a 4-hourly on trading view. Once we start rising above and finishing, you're now going to understand that these levels of resistance that was from here all the way to about here, which is now, you're obviously going to be able to see that red line real quick. It's just very, very, what's the word? Very unprofessional, so let me get it looking a little better. This is where I see the 30,000 coming into play. And this is how it may happen, maybe 29, because, you know, the whales love stopping us in our tracks. There you go. This is the price I would take my long position to. I would not go any greedy. I would not get greedy. I would not go any further. There, what's up, Randy? Let's see. Bitcoin is taking a poop. You know, it's funny people say that. You know, the mind is really manipulated, but you're right. It's doing the same kind of thing. But let's remember, we were all the way down here. We created new higher lows. So look at that. Understand where that's coming from. And we're getting a little higher each time. I mean, we really are. So adjust it how you want, but do higher lows each time. So we're considerably okay. Now remember each peak, right? Let's take a peek. This is very simple to understand because you're going to get this right here. This is going to be the most understanding thing right here in detail. So obviously each circle is the peak of the top, and each circle on the bottom is the bottom where we decided to pop up. If I'm looking at each one in detail, obviously what is the most likely scenario? Well, the most likely scenario is to the downside, the way this pattern has been going. It's pretty common sense. Super fast shit. That's hilarious, Dr. Rainey. Is that how you do it? Is that why you take all that fiber in? So you could just do it quickie and then get back to work real quick? No, I'm just kidding. But here we go, coming through, and make sure you get your fiber. We're looking at this little triangle, symmetrical triangle that we had, and I was telling you about that we've been doing with the Bitcoin, and we're now obviously coming through. If we were to fall and come down, do you have to understand that if we did this, this isn't the end of the world? Why? Why is this not the end of the world? Well, I'm not saying it's going to happen. But I'm saying that this could be a possibility, and we're still creating new higher lows. So if this was to come out to play, you must understand that there is a chance to come through and buy the dip. And coincidentally, this is the coffee. And yes, I'm drinking coffee. It's 3:44 p.m. Yeah, I've had a long day today already. I've been up since 5:30. And so that's pretty much what I'm getting at. I hope you understand. And, you know, we could fall. We could come through. And as you already see this wick right here, it's very scary. 4 hourly right now, Dr. Rainey is correct. We are actually getting something happening here. Like I said on the other chart with Crow, this is what you're seeing. So please understand what that is. In order for that to stop, I need to stop right here. That's common sense, that price. A lot of people don't see it. 22,655. There you go. I'm going to probably head out. But that number looks really good. That number looks really, really, really good. So understand that I do believe that this is what's coming down to. I do believe that this price right here, if you look at this chart, it's looking pretty understanding that we're coming down. We're definitely going to fall a little here. Total crypto market cap. I mean, if we could break the 107, then I could say, hey, we might be on track to maybe bust through. But now we just went down to 1.04. So, telling me everything I already know. This is some type of support that we were establishing, right? If you look at this 4 hourly, I want to get to the daily because I want to see what we've been doing on the daily since we started breaking out of this symmetrical triangle pattern that I showed you. It's really sloppy looking. Out of here like Vladimir. And we ain't talking about Putin, but we pooping, if you're Rainy. So what is happening? And this is what blows my mind, because if you're in an upward movement, what happens if we do something similar to that? And that's 21.5. So I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to look at the RSI level, give myself an understanding. And yes, yes, absolutely. I believe that this is coming. And you want to hold me to it. You want to record this, and then you want to shove it in my face when it doesn't happen, because I want to shove it in your face when it does happen. Not shoving it in no one's face, but I want to brag about it, right? I want to talk about it. Let's be real still. I think this fall's coming. I think this fall is coming, and that's where the upward W will match and come through. Pay attention definitely to mention on the RSI levels, ladies and gentlemen. This is your Bitcoin cheat sheet. We're going to take probably the rest of the Sunday, though, into this. Now, what is today? It's Friday. So we could fall. We could test all the way down, like I said about 4 minutes ago. So here are your scenarios. It's the same thing as the Crow. Come through, we'll break down that price. We finish a price below. We already know that this is coming. But we cannot fall. This is where you get everything screwed up. We can't fall below the 20,000 price. Once we do that, then there's something changing. The scenario, the game plan is over. Then you're going to see something like this, and then we're going to be talking about that 13,000. We're going to go, oh, shit. So understand what can happen. It's pretty scary. This market's no joke. What's up, Viral? I'm glad you're here. Please, I don't have to tell you guys. Hit the like and subscribe. Really. I'm still waiting for that 100-like video. I think we hit it once, maybe. But look at this drastic fall. If we can repeat and mirror this image on the upward trajectory, we'll be fine. So I'm looking for this on Bitcoin. Somebody said Jasmine, so I guess I will do Jasmine next before I go, but I do have to get going. But like I'm saying, this is the 26,000 that I was speaking of, and I need people to really understand. This is still in the cards. This is still not out yet. Is it okay that we get 3 days down on Bitcoin? Yes. Look what we did in the past 2 days. Look at the momentum. Look at the big wicks on the daily. Each candle represents a day. So if you pay attention, definitely to mention on this, the 18th of July and the 19th, we had super, super big days. And Bitcoin usually does not move in that movement of a 15%, 14.5% move in 2 days. That's very hard to do. So what we're talking about right now is let's enjoy the same movement almost, what is that? 50, 60% down before we go back and test to the 26.25.8. So I want you to understand that I do believe these moves are coming. I do believe that ultimately I will be taking profits. I will see a huge rejection, I do believe, at this price. If not, it'll be somewhere around that 29,000. If you really want to see where it was, you might want to pay attention to this range. This is going to be very important, so pay attention to this range if you are a trader, if you are in Bitcoin, because right now, that's going to be a big level to surpass. If not, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be an ugly look. I mean, if you see what could happen. So pay attention, definitely to mention on what this chart is. The trend is your friend until we break it, ladies and gentlemen. And right now, currently, I have not seen anything that tells me that we are breaking this trend. And what is that trend, ladies and gentlemen? The trend couldn't be any more downward. So right now, currently, I'm not impressed. I'm not sold that we are going all the way up until I see some more movements. Pay attention to what's happening. We are doing nothing but a hell drop fall all the way from here to November 21st. So it's been a ride. It's been one hell of a ride. I'll tell you right now, as soon as we start breaking through and you start seeing prices up here, and we're talking about Bitcoin here, And like I said, it's so coincidental that I went right to the 40,000 because you have to watch the chart. You have to really understand where it's coming from as a daily perspective here. Each candle is a day. And if you look at how many days, we've had some shit days. There's going to be some days that we're going to be happy and smiling. So remember, Bitcoin will not go down forever. Bitcoin will not go to zero. And I can't say it will never happen, but I really do strongly believe that that's almost impossible. But hey, we'll never say never. We're not going to jinx it. We're not going to talk about it, right? We'll knock on wood, do what we got to do if we feel superstitious, but look for the upward W. I'm pretty excited for that to happen. Let's get this Jasmy going before I talk too much and get us way out of this off the topic. Jasmy payment system. A lot of people are excited about this. I was kind of excited about it myself, but if you see this thing is fooling around, and that's usually when people get out, they get bored, and if you see the circles we've had currently falling wedge like a boss, and then it turned into a descending triangle pattern, which is kind of scary. So this is the daily for Jasmy. It's got a falling wedge in it. The falling wedge is actually pretty intact right now. This falling wedge is intact. Let's see what happens here, actually. So this is what happens. You guys get me in trouble because I'm not supposed to be buying more shit. My girl's going to kick my ass when she finds out that I got to go buy Jasmy now. You think I'm kidding? You think I'm kidding? You want to have an argument? Talk about how much crypto I've been buying. Yeah, let's talk about that. One day we're going to spend all our crypto and say, you know what? It was worth it. But if I've ever seen a falling wedge on a daily before, ladies and gentlemen, this mother effer is going to the T of a falling wedge on a daily. So I'm pulling out some stunts here because Gary's got me excited. I don't want to do the voice. Oh, Gary. Shit, what am I doing? I'm losing my mind because you guys got me so excited. Gary's got me excited right now. Falling wedge is coming through right now. I guess we'll use them all. The MACD, the RSI. Lyrics. Good job, Pete. You are always positive and very straight up. I appreciate it. Trust your channel will continue to grow. It never seems to surprise me with your accuracy. You know what? I surprise myself with my accuracy sometimes. But I do appreciate the awesome comment. Thank you very much, Lyric. I do. Look at this. Holy shit. Excuse my French, but this is copying what we're seeing on that falling wedge. And I'm trying to see here, and currently right now we have a little bearish tick, which may show that we're continuing to do so. So if you see on the MACD, we're going to repeat something like that. And right now we're only halfway into it. So there is something showing on the weekend. I'm a little bearish on this, but I see this. And there's going to be something happening because if you see every time we did that, there was some type of growth coming. We hit the bottom. And it looks like there's going to be something similar to that happening. It's going to be a Tigger bounce for Jasmy. I'm kind of excited because from there and the daily, I got to get to the 4-hourly. Do we match? Wow. Right now, currently, we're stuck fighting and bouncing off the bottom of the EMA. So the bottom of the EMA is something to pay attention to. I believe we're going to keep touching. You see, we came above it once here and we got penalized for it immediately. The resistance is real as steel at the top of that EMA. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to put a new line there. This is the Jasmy payment system, and then we're going to go because we can't keep doing this all day. But as there is support flipping, and I do see something happening here on this tip, and that right here on the tip of this EMA, we're going to find here, we're going to come through. And if you see the price, obviously it's about almost 9.5 there. We're having a major issue there. It's having problems over and over. This was even on June 30th, over and over. When we go up, we enjoy it. People take profits, and then it comes back down to this range. I'm going to get rid of the EMA now because I just wanted to see what it was doing. Now, every time I hit here, we seem to have a good support level off that white line, just as recently up until the June 30th time. This falling wedge has shortened. As you can see, we just went to the 4-hourly. We're on the daily before. So if this falling wedge is shortening and it's getting a different... See, it doesn't have a falling wedge no more on the 4-hourly. The daily did. And if you see it... Wait, the 4-hourly does have it. Excuse me, I'm sorry. We're getting a little flustered here because it's an exciting... This is an exciting moment. Not many times do you get a perfect falling wedge like this. And please hit the like and subscribe. Thank you, Viral. I do appreciate it. I'm getting a little crazy here. Stuttering, fluttering around a little bit because what's happening is this price is supposed to be our take profits, right? And right now we're having a lot of trouble finding it, but this falling wedge is now confirming to me that take profits. I may take a lot of profits here. I may go at least 50%. Usually I tell people take profits 20%, 15%. No, I'm telling you, I would take about 50% on this bad boy. This is coming, and we're going to get rejected quickly. There is something that's going to come through, ladies and gentlemen. This is getting absolutely. There's been volume coming in. They're fooling around with the circulating supply, and what's happening is this is getting ready to explode because I do believe, wow, this is how crazy it's getting. We're going to have to type in Jasmine right now. Gary, you caused a lot of problems, Gary. We're not even a cent yet, and I do believe we're going to get to there, and that's where we're going to find out what we're doing here because we're looking at this market cap versus the volume right now, and that's not always the case because the circulating supply, 10%, is not really helpful. If you look at this, 69,382,789. So the volume is there. If you're looking at it, we have been doing, this is what I like to buy. I'm not looking to buy something that's going up for 2 weeks, something that's been kicking ass because you're going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt. When I see something like this couldn't be any sexier to me. This is the daily I've been on this chart. This is pretty sexy. And if you look at the bottoms every time, and if I look up even on this chart, right here, right where my price is right now, 0.00926, I would definitely even try and sell something at that price, even though it sounds crazy. But looking at this chart right now and looking at everything that's coming through, Jasmine has got a falling wedge coming in with absolutely no doubt very bullish pattern. This is a bullish pattern. You'll see this one more time, and then what's going to happen is we're just going to start shooting up. I'm sorry, excuse me. Wow, am I getting excited. I hope one day you will rally coin. I could do that. That's absolutely fine. It's a social token that cuts the middleman out so many will be able to deal with their community as Disney and many more maybe decide to rally coin someday. I've been checking out Rally Coin a couple times. And speaking of Disney, Polygon Matic took the show, but Polygon Matic's got its retracement. What did I say was going to happen? A lot of people think I'm crazy, right? Well, are you thinking I'm crazy now? A lot of people said, Wall Street Pete, you don't know what the fuck you're doing, right? And then some people say, hey, I love your accuracy, right? Love that accuracy, huh? Speaking about accuracy, yeah, we're going to probably touch that 80 cent. You're probably going to be able to get back in for that. So if you pay attention to that, we have to get a bounce back up immediately for this, or that's trouble. But showing you the Fibonacci sequence levels, we were clearly coming down. If you look, it's a double bottom end, and we're already doing half of what I predicted. So Matic Polygon, not a surprise to me. 50%, I probably called it. It's pretty strong, so I was hoping for the 38, but if you see right here, we already hit the 38 and bounced up. Started looking good, but now we're coming back down for the double bottom M. Expect a 50% pullback, 75 cents. So it's the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. This makes so much sense, actually. And when I predict the coin to go down this drastically, 75 cents for Polygon Matic, anywhere near there to 80 cents, which is probably very probable, because you see we did it already. Right here, 2 days, July 20th and the 21st, which was yesterday. We're probably going to do that again. So pay attention to that. Very, very close. That tells me that Bitcoin itself is probably going down. And it's probably going to go down for this weekend. It's Friday. What we'll do is probably go up and down and fool around in this range, like I said. So pay attention to those things. I do see that this is problematic. This is most likely the detail. And then what will happen, ladies and gentlemen, will be boring sideways action. What do you think is going to happen next? Call me crazy. Call me Wall Street Pete. Sick dough in crypto. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I would love to come on tonight and say, hey, I was wrong. Bitcoin's going to 26K right now, 30,000. But I'm realist still. I don't think any of that is going to happen right now. But that is your Jasmine prediction price up there. That 1 cent, almost a little over 1.5, I believe, right? It was 1 3/4 cent. So pay attention to the Jasmine, right? That looks pretty good. That's probably a longer term hold. So don't get too excited. The gentleman used to work on Wall Street with all these crazy bastards screaming and yelling. I miss that place so much the more and more I look at it. I used to run around here, scream and yell. If you ever go look at it, look up the NYMEX trading floor, commodities. Look up Robert Downey Jr. at the NYMEX. It's even funnier. He visited and called them everyone hungry scumbags, or whatever the hell he called them. What's up, Kaplunk? I see you in there, baby. But you got to pay attention. Rally coin, I wasn't going to do the rally coin right now. What I was just going to say is I'm going to write a little note And what I'll do is I'll title it. I have no problem with that. I'm putting this right now in my notes, Rally Coin. And what we're going to do is we'll have that on the next show or two. One or two will be back, I promise. We're going to do some TA for you. This is what we do for our subscribers. That's why you hit the like, you hit the bell, and you hit the all notifications. So when you do go live, you don't get an old video. We start talking about the Bitcoin news, the crypto news now. I think it's kind of fair, right? It makes sense. Who the hell wants to watch an old video, especially when we can interact with each other? Yeah, we do have to go. I'm really sorry, but it's okay because I promise, and I do keep to my promise, we're going to go over it. We're going to go over the Rally Coin. So if anyone else is interested in some Rally Coin, we'll go over it as well. The viral video says, "What's up, Kaplunk?" It's funny. All right, we're out of here like Vladimir, and I'm not talking about Putin. Take care, everybody. Be safe in this crypto space. As I said to you, I do believe there's a fall coming, but there might be an upper W coming through. So this could be a short fall weekend, bang, right through the next week, and we're bullish. I have a feeling. At the bottom may be done. Take care.